Oh, she came over here talking about she got a patty for me.
Yeah,
But she
you gotta
talking about
taste it first.
she talking you gonna put it in my mouth? Come here real quick. What's the it's not pickles. What was the Cuban stuff? The Cuban pickled cabbage? That made me want to touch it, but oh, you locked the door? Oh, shit, come sit on my lap real quick. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Look at that. I shot up the club, and now the club's trying to shoot us up. If you don't get that, you're too young to understand. All right. Nah, it's good. I'm gonna go ahead and drink my drink and finish this video, or do some more of this video. All right. Much love and appreciate it. Thank you, babe. All right. Where we at? Y'all made me forget what I was doing. Cheese and bread. Flow into the. I want to flow into the next video. It's gonna be another one from Burn Nation because I mean this man, this person, I imagine it's a man unless it's AI voices. They dropping some stuff. This one right here is going to be the mass layoffs are still happening. So I want to roll into this one. There's a lot of individuals who are dealing with mass layoffs. Those mass layoffs ain't no joke. And knock on wood, I recently got promoted. There's a lot of logistics that go into that. And it came with a getting paid a little more, money, money, money. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm doing a lot more work, but also at the same time, it's based off of time management. It's not like call center type stuff. We're back to back. Now, for y'all who don't know, I'm in tech. Woo! I'm a nerd. I'm not a geek. I'm a nerd. Okay, big difference. Not really a big difference, but so with me being in tech, the things that I'm doing, it's like I'm like a ticket system. But they're in tech, it's very difficult because when you are in tech, I heard that you should be expected to get laid off like two, three times throughout your 20-year career, you know? And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. But the way that the job market is these days, you get laid off, you don't know when you may be working again. And the way that the way that the economy is, it's ridiculous because if you were to get laid off today, you don't know when you may get a job again. Like for example, the wife just walked in, so I'm gonna use her as an example. She's been looking for a different job for like the last 2 years. So she still doesn't have a different job. So the way that the job market is, the economy is, you could be putting in resume after resume after resume, and you don't get no follow up, or either you end up going and doing like 2, 3 interviews, and then you end up getting ghosted and don't hear nothing back from them. It's like, you know what? Fuck you with 10 dicks in the lube.
What the fuck is that?
At this point, where we are, you can do all that you can, but the best thing you can do is get on your knees and pray to whatever it is you believe in. And with that, was goody, y'all. So with it, I got today another episode coming from Burnout Nation. It's the mass layoffs. It's still happening. So with that, I ain't even going to hold you. I'm going to jump straight into it, all right? Much love and appreciate it. Big up. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be playing Aethermancer. You'll see it on the screen. Much love and appreciate it. Dipset.
So I randomly just got laid off, like out of nowhere. I was killing it and they told me that. I just signed a lease to move closer to work the day before. This company made you care so much. I was so emotionally invested that like it feels like a heartbreak. The most similar feeling I felt like before is like getting cheated on because it's so out of nowhere and it's so abrupt. It just fucking hurts. My whole life was that job, my entire life, and it was just taken from me. I know that your job shouldn't be your life and that's a big lesson I'm learning, but like, fuck, how do I like get over this feeling of like betrayal and heartbreak?
Like and subscribe, bro. It's only gonna get more interesting.
I'm a little embarrassed to talk about this, but it's going to be relatable, and so you're not alone, okay? So I spoke way too soon. The job market is horrible. I'm definitely not going to have a full-time job in 30 days of being laid off. That was a joke. But like, for example, I had 6 people refer me into a role at OpenAI that I was a perfect fit for. I like worked on my resume. I had my recruiting friends look at it. I had ChatGPT look at my resume. Like, I was so excited. I've done this exact role at like a massive company that has been super successful in the marketing space. Still rejected from OpenAI with 6 referrals and the exact experience that that job description was looking for. And that
That's
keeps
crazy.
happening to me at all of these companies. And I've worked at some of the best companies. I've worked at Meta, BCG. Like, I have early stage startup experience. I have everything a company would want. I've been promoted throughout my career. Literally have been a top performer at every place I've ever been at. And I just keep getting rejected left and right. And it's almost comical at this point. But I'm actually stressed that I'm going to have to move out of my apartment in New York because my rent is like $5,500 a month. And
God,
I'm stressed. I'm stressed. So if
55,
anybody has any words of
5,500.
encouragement, let me know, because this girl is just down in the dumps.
Hope I can beat this
So
dude.
AI is getting ready to take your job, and you probably don't know it yet. So if you're blue collar, you think I'm fine. So yesterday, if you don't know, Oracle laid off 30,000 people in one fell swoop with an email. And I know you might call me out on this. You might say, well, 18,000, it was only 18,000 in the U.S. Like, that's 18,000 families. Next week, Facebook's, I think, believe looking at 15,000. Intel's looking at over 20,000 laying off. And you might think, well, I'm blue collar. I cut grass. I'm a plumber. If you cut grass, those 50,000 people no longer have shit to do. Like, those are the people paying big money to have their grass cut because they have these big white collar jobs at Oracle, Intel, Facebook, Target, UPS. They're going to be cutting their own damn grass because they don't got no money. They don't need you anymore. So the trickle-down effect of this is going to be massive. And when AI starts taking a lot of these bigger jobs that people go to school for, that's going to affect colleges and professors. And colleges are going to have less people attending because they're not going to need those people. AI's doing it. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. But I think this AI thing that people are like, oh, it's only going to take away white-collar and CEO-type jobs. Yeah, and those people can't pay us blue-collar people. So, and then universal income, when's that going to come? And if they lay off millions of people and they get universal income, are you going to want to go dig a ditch while someone's getting free money from the government while you're out there digging a ditch? I don't think so. This could be a massive, massive wreck to the economy. Bernie Sanders just talked about this, and he's like, you all don't know what's coming. He said this to on the floor, saying to everyone, you don't know what's coming. You guys need to look into this. Yeah, why aren't they
Facts.
looking into it? They should have already been looking into it. Have a great day. Good luck keeping your job. I hope I do.
So I lost my job today. And what I find frustrating is I called my dad to let him know that I lost my job. And you know what happened? Instead of him saying, oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart, what does he say? So now you can purchase that item I need you to buy for me and your brother so that we can start making money and we can help. Bruh, no. For a year, my dad's been trying to get me to purchase a machine thing that costs like 4Gs. He wants me to put it on my credit card because they don't have the money. And he's like, we're going to make all this money if we just have this machine. No. I called you for comfort, and all you can think about is making money. I lost my job today. And you want me to charge up money so that you can make money? And I don't know how I'm going to pay that charge? Child, get out of here. So my answer to your request, Dad, is no.
It's even getting so bad that your own father trying to find a quick fix to gain more money without a job. Not what I'm expecting.
Woo, this dude putting in some work. God damn. Reset action terror. Shite. Muslim. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we are
Oh,
in
snap. He trying to take him out.
so we are being let go, and today is our last day at my daytime job. In this economy, like, it's fucked up. These folks find us and rent it tomorrow.
We could have given you sooner notice. Your operations team is really well with communicating to you when they receive the information.
I am personally proud to say that each one of you was a member of my team. Sure, everything is accurate, everything is up to date. Update you on everything we just went through. Thank you all.
I have a sync on my calendar in 3 minutes. I'm getting laid off. I saw who it's with. Layoffs are going on right now. I can't breathe. Like I'm kind of excited because I fucking hate my job, but also I don't have a job now, and I literally just quit my other job. So now I have no income. This is the universe saying, bitch, we told you to quit your fucking both your
You said
jobs. You did not
bitch.
need one. Like, you need to figure your shit out. Holy fuck, I can't. I'm gonna record it, but like, I'm like shaky.
I should have healed before
Again,
I
I'm not fine.
defeated
I made
him.
it 2.5 years. I've survived like over 8 rounds of layoffs, maybe even 10 at this point. It's just happening. I was talking to my dad on the phone, and I was like, people are getting laid off. And he goes, do you think you are? And I go, I checked my calendar, like, I'm safe, I'm good. And as I'm talking to him, a fucking meeting pops up on my calendar. I literally can't breathe. Fuck this place! I fucking hate these hoes! I hate these hoes so much. I'm in the meeting. I'm so nervous.
Whew.
My face is so red. My like audio on my laptop cut out. But basically they're giving me 2 weeks severance, they're paying me through the end of the day, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm laid off. That's about it. I'm like so red. I have high, oh my god. That's my body right now. Girl, are you okay? Fully, I'm having a panic attack. Wait, what the fuck? I literally just got laid off. It's fine. I have backup plans, so I'm not worried, but that's just crazy. It's just crazy. Yay. But fuck, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I hate my life. I love my life. I hate my life. I don't know what to do. This is insane.
The fact that the job market has turned into a humiliation ritual over the past, several years is one of, if not the worst parts of corporate America and capitalism in general.
This is
The fact that you have
America.
to send hundreds of applications out there, you reach out to recruiters, you message people, you get ghosted, people tell you all these great things about how great of an interview you had, you feel like you're vibing with a recruiter, you're vibing with the hiring manager, and then all of a sudden you don't hear anything, or
Zip ziddle nada.
you wait like 3 weeks or so because you thought you had a great interview, but really you're just being put on their bench and they had already offered to someone else and they're waiting to see if that person offered. So if they didn't take the offer, now they can maybe come back to you. But if the roles were reversed, then you would be X'd out as a candidate and probably deemed as unhireable. And it's crazy too because the Stanford prison experiment where when you give people a modicum of power, how much they abuse it. And that's what it feels like in some of the interviews where people talk at you and talk down to you and have zero idea really of what's going on right now. And because they have a job and in a lot of situations the other person doesn't, they feel like they have all the leverage and power to just be a dick, to pick apart their resume or their experience, or to treat the interview I don't know, some sort of psychological warfare. And it's God, this is a fucking job interview, guys. We're not trying to save the fucking world. We're just trying to be employed to have enough money to survive. It's literally it. Why are we treating this shit like it's that important? I saw some recruiter, and it's LinkedIn and everybody's being performative, but she was saying how she had posted a job and after 24 hours only one person of the hundreds and thousands that applied reached out to her, and because they reached out to her, that person got the job. But here's the thing, if you're mass applying, and I get it, I would always tell people to message people on LinkedIn to try to connect because I really think it's important, but the fact that there's such a double standard where some people get mad at you for reaching out and others don't, it's how do you navigate this fucking landmine? And I understand why people get so frustrated, because it's I can't win. I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't, and I'm still getting fucked either way.
A lot of people be going through the same circuits with no reward. They tell their friends and families about their struggles to get a job, just to be told to do it again.
Facts.
Alright, it's 10 a.m. It's time for my meeting. Let's go.
Good morning. I've invited as I have important information to share with you about a reduction in force within the Solutions Engineering Organization. As we continue to evolve, we need to adjust our organizational structure and priorities accordingly. So, unfortunately, we've made the difficult decision to eliminate certain positions in the United States to meet our objectives for FY27. This meeting is to inform you that your position is being eliminated. This was a very tough decision to make, and it was considered very carefully at the highest levels of leadership. You will lose system access after this meeting today, so please do not be surprised and work with your manager.
See, that right there, so I'm in tech, and that's something that I'm worried about. To get a call or a message stating that, hey, your position is being terminated. Um, that's something I'm worried about. However, with me being in tech, I've also heard and learned that being in tech, you need to prepare and be aware that you're going to get laid off at least 2 to 3 times within a. If you don't, a correction. What she told me was, if you haven't been laid off 2 to 3 times in the tech field, you're lucky. So with that, that's something that I'm worried about. What's good, Jay? How you doing, homie? Welcome in. I'm doing a live right now. Yo, what's good, homie? Talk to me, player. Talk to me. Talk to me. So yeah, that's something I'm worried about being in the tech field.
Manager to transition any client meetings. Your specific exit date will be communicated to you through a follow-up email. As timelines vary based on your specific role.
Getting swole.
Please note, all system access will be deactivated today, regardless of your final employment date. We do not anticipate needing to reach out, but we ask that you remain reachable via cell through your exit date to answer questions we may have.
What you work today?
This is a lot to process, and we want you to take this time to focus on what's next for you. We are providing severance pay and outplacement services to help you with this transition. I recognize this change is a lot to absorb. Please know that I'm here for follow-up conversations as you process through what this means for you. And I truly appreciate all your contributions this far.
Bruh, don't nobody want to talk to you? Talk about I'm here for you. You here for me? Well, give me my goddamn job.
After 9 years
Biatch?
with the same company.
Oh.
No, hardly any sick days. No vacation days. I never took a single vacation in the 9 years that I worked for them. No more than a few days off, a long weekend here and there. No real warning. Not so much as a handshake. Just a phone call. Hey, your services are no longer needed.
That's what's up.
So I worked for a large,
semi-large
contractor here locally, and have for years. I've done.
You ain't on that Tookie status yet?
Everything that they've ever asked me to do.
God, everything
every
is
little
level 5.
Crappy job.
I got 3,
every
4,
big
3.
job.
God,
every hour of overtime.
The fuck up.
Every single thing. And the day before it happened, actually, I went to a meeting at our shop, and they were going on about how there's so many people that are sitting at home not working right now, but you guys are here because you're professionals.
Yo, respect. Thanks for the hearts, King.
You guys are here because you're the best of the best, and you're like
Thank you, Jay. Much love and appreciate it.
And for a split second there, I actually bought it. I actually thought, this is a great company. I'm gonna be around here a long time. I'll probably retire out of this company. And that's how they get you. They want you to feel like that.
Game just froze.
So you increase your output. You get motivated, and you do more and more and more. And so you can feel important. And then when it benefits them and it helps their bottom line, they call you up, say, hey, you're done.
While people out here getting laid off every day, you got billionaires talking about you about to need 3 jobs soon.
Facts.
Let me know how y'all feel about this. Till next time.
Big facts. And that's something that always bothered me. The fact that billionaires, millionaires, trillionaires, they don't care about you. For them, it's just all right, cool. They're constantly bringing in revenue. They don't think about what layoffs do to the people who are working those positions. For example, right now, a lot of companies are incorporating AI into the things that they do, especially in tech firms. They're incorporating AI into what it is that they do. They feel that AI can handle a lot of the minuscule tasks. So, for example, things like call center jobs, most likely going to become AI. Things to where it's just typing a lot of things, AI. There's a lot of jobs in the tech field that are about to become AI. There are I've seen it and witnessed it personally. I actually had one of the web developers show me how they have an AI program that is takes the job of about 10 people. So now he's the only person on that project, and he's working with 10 AIs, to where he correlates with those 10 AIs to solve issues or develop programming for these webs, according to what it is that the client wants. He was all excited, but in my mind I was thinking about how he possibly will be next. However, when it comes down to it as well, you got to think about it. There always needs to be some human oversight to make sure that the things are going how they're supposed to be going. So it makes me wonder, the individuals who are in like the senior management positions, are they going to be the ones that stay there to oversee and make sure that everything is happening correctly with the AI? I wonder. Dun dun dun. Other than that, a lot of people are going to get laid off. There's a project with the company I work with, and I'm curious to know how that's going to work out, due to the fact that within a matter of 6 months, when I was on that project, I was bored out of my mind because the technical skills that I have, I was solving problems like this, and then it was at the point where I was a level 1 helping level 2 and level 3. So, and that was just based off of things that I know. With AI coming through, AI will most likely be able to do that position, the level 1 position, to where you may need people for level 2, level 3. And it makes me question how many people are going to end up getting laid off, because as I stated before, my company's pushing AI hard. Pushing AI really hard. But there's a lot of people that are getting laid off left and right. The billionaires, the individuals who are making 120,000 a year plus, when they lose their job, because a lot of their things are just fly out to different places, check on places, check the stats, run the numbers. AI can do that. Check the stats, run the numbers, think of what they can do differently. Because let's be real, a lot of these individuals who are higher in corporate, they create a bunch of protocols and SOPs, not without actually knowing how it works on the lower. And with that, them not knowing how it works on the lower, they don't think about nor care about individuals and them getting laid off, the bills that they have to pay, the families that they're taking care of. Everything is just a number to them. And then to make matters worse, there's a lot of individuals who are older who get laid off, so that way they can open that position and pay the person coming in a whole lot less. Because if you think about it, majority of the country, in America at least, that's all I can really speak on, they get paid damn near minimum wage. They can barely afford to live. America has become a third world country. So with that, what ends up happening is these individuals, when they're used to making around $15 an hour, and then they end up getting a new position, being told that they're going to make 45,000 a year salary. They're like, "Oh shit, 45,000." Not taking into consideration that that's about like what, 21.35, 21.50 an hour. Okay, yeah, you may have got like a $6 raise, but it's still really not enough. So they throw these salaries at you to make it seem like it's something greater than it is, because you hear the big number and you're like, "Oh, snap." But yet you're unaware that the individual who was working that position before was probably making around like 60, 70,000 before. They laid that person off, and now they're hiring you at a much lower price. But due to the fact that it's more than what you're used to, because majority of the country is making damn near nothing, pennies, and they're making shrimp and grits for pay, you feel like you have got an upgrade while the company is getting the same amount of work out of you for less. It's crazy how they do this, but hey, if you like that and you want to see more of me, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. There we go. But